So let's talk about monetizing your marketing and why you actually need to be intentional about that, especially during certain times. Now, I talk a lot about how marketing is a 24/7 thing, and marketing and branding, that you're always marketing, you're always branding, but there are ways that you do that, or I should say ways that you express it, your beingness, and having that type of marketing momentum where it's not really about selling, but you are just an adding value vessel in motion, so to speak. But there comes a time where you do actually have to be intentional about monetizing the marketing. And this is something that a lot of entrepreneurs, they struggle with because they don't want to come off as salesy, and some of them are afraid to put themselves out there to really start marketing in that way where they actually are talking about the money, but not talking about the money in terms of give me your money, or making it so all about the money in terms of what they're projecting. But what it is that it's a vibe, and you have to be intentional about the vibe even more so than you are about the words that you're speaking. And that's what, when I say about talking about the money and being intentional, it really is what you're broadcasting that you are here to provide value, but but you're also here to receive the divine right value exchange. So when we can shift our perspective and up-level our dynamics in terms of the marketing, we can ultimately be able to monetize it in ways like never before. But you do have to be intentional about it. And like I said, that doesn't mean that that's an all the time thing. But honestly, when the momentum is built, it is kind of just an organic flow. It's just happening. And the monetization, the impact and income aspect of it just works together like a hand in glove. And yeah, and it's just there. But there's a time and season for everything. There's times where no, you just need to be definitely putting out the value, and certainly you can monetize that just by showing up and being able to provide something. But then again, there comes a time where you literally have to be intentional and say, I'm monetizing this marketing campaign. So an example of this is when business owners or entrepreneurs do like 6 and 7 figure launches. So they have an initiative to monetize that launch. So you have to be intentional about that with your marketing campaigns. And so you have I'm monetizing my marketing, and you have a campaign, maybe it's 30 to 90 days, something like that. But you do need to be intentional. And then you can allow, after you build that momentum, just for things to become just an evergreen process where it's happening regardless. There are times where the monetization is taking place regardless whether you set a powerful intention or not. But just think about when you actually do set a powerful intention, and to say, I'm going to monetize this. I want this to be, a 7 figure plus launch, a 7 figure plus marketing campaign. So that's being intentional. Now, obviously, that doesn't mean that when you do the launch, you're going to necessarily get that. But, they say aim high so that you can at least land somewhere in the middle of close or so. But if you don't actually set the bar, um, high enough, then basically you're not really going to land anywhere. So you do want to be intentional. So I'm going to challenge you and invite you to think about and consider creating an intention about monetizing your marketing agenda.